Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone or anytime you are coming across my platform, Linda's TV show. If it is your first time and you like what you are watching, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when we upload a new video. YouTube, I want to appreciate you for creating this wonderful platform for us to use to disseminate information. I always put a disclaimer that this platform, Linda's TV show, do not and will not promote violence, hate speech, misleading information, or what have you. We are here to educate, inform the members of the public about the happening, and also to remind YouTube that a call for self-determination is not a call for what? War.
Common sense is not common, but if you don't have common sense, you will learn the hard way. Tinubu's Yoruba presidency is going to spell doom for the image of the Southwesterners. After 8 years, what will the Nigerians think of the Southwest? When you look at the bigotry, when you look at the hypocrisy, when you look at the hatred, when you look at the gaslighting, when you look at how they support evil. During Jonathan's regime, a Southerner, South, I don't understand what South means, but let's use the word South. During Jonathan's regime, you see how the Southwest rallied around and spoke against the evil in that government. But hence, they got power through Buhari. The APC caucus got power through Buhari. They kept silent. An example is the person of Wole Soyinka and some other pastors that you know about. They kept silent. They never said anything. Now it is Jonathan's regime, they started protesting. Buhari's regime, they never protested. They never came out to do anything because that is the Southwesterners. From Buhari, we got into Tinubu. All those things that Jonathan did that was bad, Jonathan did that was bad, they never found any reason to, protest or say, like, the government is not doing well. Instead, they preach ethnic hate, they gaslight, they do so many things. I'm not saying that the whole Southwesterners, but when we look at this context, we know that the persons involved are Southwesterners. There are Southwesterners that have integrity. In every tribe, there's always a good or bad. But since these guys have been allowed to dominate the political space, these guys that are destroying the image of the Southwest with what is happening in Tinubu's government. Many people were shocked at the kind of hatred that has been shown in the past 1 year by some people from the same region. The same people were castigating a Peter Obi who is not a president. Peter Obi will never be president. That's what they say. But they leave Tinubu, who is their brother, in that contest. They don't criticize, don't hold him accountable. Instead, they find a way to gaslight you, making you look as a bad person. If you are standing up against Tinubu's policies, they look at you. If you're an Igbo, they start using the Igbo thing, the IPOB terrorist, just to silence you. This is the typical Southwesterner in this dispensation. And after 8 years of Tinubu's administration, because he's going to win, no matter the coalition of PDP, Labour Party, NNPP, Tinubu is going to win the next election, 8 years. If you want to know what the future holds, if you want to see tomorrow, listen to this broadcast. Before the elections, I supported a Peter Obi because he was able to convince me through his campaigns. No other person could convince me through his campaigns. Atiku was playing sectional politics. He told the Northerners that don't vote for any other person other than me. There were never concrete things that he was able to convince me about. Other people didn't have the weight they could pull to get to the presidency. But now, Tinubu went there and said, Emiloko, it is my turn and everything. So I supported Peter Obi's presidency. But I said Tinubu was going to win because I saw the machinations. I saw the handwriting on the wall. I saw how people were disenfranchised. If you go to collect your voter's card, there's an intentional delay. They will intentionally delay you and not allow you to get your voter's card. If you have a certain name, they will look for excuses. The corruption in INEC then was to disenfranchise some persons from not getting their voters card. You remember what happened in Lagos, in the southeast and in the north. The north, literally, they go to give them their voters card at home. In the southeast, you have a whole lot of people wanting to register to vote, but you have only just one INEC official being lackadaisical, feeling less concerned. These are same INEC in the north, where people are not going out to get voters cards. They take their voters cards to their home. But in the east, you see in Enugu where people were lining up for days to get their voters card. What does that tell you? There's a deliberate, and it is being championed by the APC and also the Southwest. So the image the Southwest has pulled off in the past 1 year is going to tell you the kind of persons they are. The reason why I'm doing broadcasts like this is because I want to preserve my heritage as somebody from the Southeast. Many people have come up with so many broadcasts denigrating the Igbos, and I'm an Igbo man, so I will not take that lightly. They say karma is a bitch. Look at what is happening in the north. The Nigerian Civil War, young people were killed, old were killed, women were killed. Starvation, there was hunger in Biafra. Millions of people died due to hunger, and they were children. But for the fact that God of Israel is behind the Biafrans and the Southwesterners, look at what Nigeria is today. Just take a look at what Nigeria is today. Just take a look at the country called Nigeria, how it is moving, how it is progressing. Since the onslaught on the Southeast, the Biafrans, Nigeria has never remained the same, and may not ever remain the same. Like I said, that's my opinion. Nigeria is destined to fail. Nigeria as an entity, not the individuals. Individuals can prosper in the midst of failure, a failed country. Individuals can make money and succeed in the midst of a failed country, but Nigeria is a failed country that is destined to fail because of the propaganda, the hatred on the Igbo man. If you allow Igbo man or somebody from the Southeast, if you allow them into that national discussion whereby they have the right to hold on to power, because there is a concerted effort, there's a planned effort to relegate that Southeasterner to the end, to the back, not to be irrelevant. That is the media propaganda that is being carried on by some persons. You can see a typical Yoruba man would not be straightforward. The problem Nigeria has is that while it is holding down the Igbo man, they are also down. While you are squeezing life out of the Igbo man, you are also restless. And you think Nigeria is going to get better. The Tinubu's regime will lead Nigeria out to regionalism, which will eventually be the end of a fraudulent union. Nigeria is a fraudulent union. Tinubu's regime has exposed the Southwesterners, and the Southwesterners are the ones in the middle. They are neither here nor there. So if they are being exposed, Nigeria cannot be together, because how important are these Southwesterners? Although hypocritical is one of the things that they have shown over the years, they align with the North to fight against the South, the Southeast, South. They align with the North. They know the North wants power. They know the North wants one Nigeria. A Nigeria that is unified will benefit the North. They know that. So they will stay in the middle. They are neither here nor there. They will sponsor an Igbo for agitation. They will push a Tinubu for presidency. When the North want to strike, they instigate or stir up the Oduduwa People's Nation, Oduduwa Nation. They play that politics. They are neither here nor there. But the North, they are watching. The greatest enemy of Tinubu, the greatest undoing of Tinubu 2027 will be the North. The North, they are preparing to hold forth in the North, because Southwest is going to, the next election is going to be a regional politics. The Southwest, they are consolidating their states so that APC will have the upper say. They are telling non-indigenous you don't have a right to vote. Go back to your Anambra, go back to wherever you're coming from. That is where you're going to vote. Don't vote in our region, in our state. If you are not a Yoruba person, don't vote. So the North also, they are trying to do the same thing to secure their region. The Tinubu APC will not have the kind of votes or support he had 2023. Well, it is evident that eventually, at the end of Tinubu's 8 years, Nigeria is going to have a different outlook. Everybody will be willing to leave the union because of the hypocrisy of the Yoruba people. The problem Nigeria has, it's not, there are two people, the Fulani and not the Hausa and the Yoruba, the Southwesterners. Not all Yorubas are bad. It is a normal thing. Not all Fulanis are bad. But when you say the Fulani are the problem of Nigeria, we understand what we are saying. There are good ones amongst them, but the bad ones have overtaken. In an exam, if you get 60 over 100, would you say you didn't pass? You passed, but what of the 40% that you failed? So we understand what we are saying. The Southwesterners have become, their cloak has been exposed. The eyes that Nigerians are using to look the Southwest now is different eyes. They don't see them as people that can be trusted. They don't see them as people that are genuine. We have very, very good ones amongst them. The Igbos have theirs, pride and arrogance, we know that. But the Southwest, they have played this politics. You can see the Igbos fought against an Ekuremadu. They spoke against an Ekuremadu for human trafficking. They spoke against him, they fought him, they never supported him. But the Yorubas are lining up behind Tinubu. They have been accused of a crime in the United States. You can see those, the Onanugas that wrote a publication against Tinubu far back in the past years, are the ones now supporting him because he's president. What happened to them that they wrote a publication that he was convicted of so crime in the United States, that he was a drug baron or whatever you can call it, but now they have rallied around him. They don't see anything bad in what he's doing. Nigeria has been backward. Nigerians have suffered much than ever before in this regime, just within the wire of Tinubu. But these Southwesterners don't see anything wrong with that. When you castigate the government, they come in with gaslighting. They are very good at propaganda and gaslighting. They gaslight you from different corners. They share themselves into group. Some, they will imitate you. They will carry your names on social media. From there, they attack you as an Igbo. A Yoruba person using an Igbo name, attacking you as an Igbo on social media. Yoruba person who is a Yoruba, try to be in the middle, try to attack the government and support the government. We have them on social media. And the third person is that person that will be directly attacking you. The Igbos have received a lot of insult, a lot of abuse from the Nigerian state. That is why everybody is calling for balkanization of this entity, this fraudulent entity called Nigeria. Nobody wants to be in one Nigeria. The people that wants to be in one Nigeria are those that are benefit from it, and they are less than 1% of the population of Nigerians that want out of the country. The problem we have is the Fulani and the Yorubas. I'm not denigrating Yorubas, I'm not saying so. I explained myself that when you talk about Yorubas, the majority of people that have influenced the narrative of gaslighting, bigotry, hatred and hypocrisy in the past 1 year under Tinubu's regime. Karma, I say, is a bitch. Whatever that has been done to Igbos will never make Nigeria succeed or prosper. Nigeria has never prospered at any point in time. Whatever the Yorubas are doing, whatever the Southwesterners are doing, whatever the Nigeria is doing to the Igbo man, will not make it be well with Nigeria as a country, as an entity. Tinubu once said that I don't believe in one Nigeria, so I believe him. He doesn't believe. Most of us don't believe in one Nigeria. It's just that we are trying to be hypocritical. When you talk about integrity, you don't find integrity anymore. Whether it's the southeast, the south-south, the southwest, the north, there's no integrity amongst these leaders. So they don't care about name. All they want to know is what they can get, their personal aggrandizement. The Civil War saw the death of Igbos, but yet, when you look at statistics, Igbos had to start from scratch. But we have caught up with them that had been rejoicing that the genocide on Igbos was successful. Look at the economy of the Southwest. When you look at the inflation rate in the Southwest, when you look at the food scarcity rates in the Southwest, you will not believe that these people were the ones that conquered the Southeast. In quotes, relegated the Southeast to nothing, that they had to start with 20 pounds. You never believe so. But when you look at the statistics, the Southeast is almost having an edge when it comes to economy, when it comes to inflation, when it comes to employment, when it comes to infrastructure as per GDP. Lagos State is one of the states with the highest debt in Nigeria. With all this that have happened to Igbos, yet the Nigerian state has not found its feet. The Nigerian state is still wallowing in abysmal destruction. We are not praying for a Nigeria that will not work. It is that people have vowed not to make it work with their actions. Restricting a certain tribe, gaslighting them, showing them hatred will not take you anywhere. You are not going to arrive at anywhere. Nigeria is going nowhere, despite the fact that over the years we have had people that have held positions of powers. We have had professors, we have had generals, we have had think tanks, technocrats in government, yet Nigeria is going down the drain. You can see within a space of whether how many months we have borrowed 24 trillion naira, borrowed 24 trillion naira, a country that is surplus in mineral resources. Look at what's happening with the banditry in Zamfara. A Zamfara that is being spoiled by bandits wants to build an airport. You know Zamfara has gold, and the fact that they have gold, that is why banditry will not stop in that place. It's not about prayer. It is not about prayer. Forget the pastors that tell you to pray when the thing that is supposed to be done is not being done. Don't let people gaslight you. Don't let the Southwesterners gaslight you. Not all of them, but these guys that are from the Southwest that are just meant on gaslighting people. Don't let them gaslight you. Nigeria will not work. A Zamfara is building an airport. Airport for what? Umahi built an airport with money, but the airport now is redundant. Does that make sense to you? You take billions of naira that you could use to invest in your people in that state and built an airport that is not functioning. Is it a poor man that can use an airport? That is Umahi. The place is abandoned and redundant. That's an achievement. You wasted money on infrastructure. We'll talk about these topics some other time. How governors use road construction, use infrastructure to embezzle funds. That is the new format they use now. Infrastructure, they use that to embezzle funds. Zamfara is building an airport. Is it not to carry out their terrorism activities to another level? The gold in Zamfara will be taken through the airport out of Nigeria to Saudi Arabia. These are the people that you say Nigeria would be better in my lifetime. People that are aiding terrorists and aiding evil against their state, and you think Nigeria is going to let Tinubu finish his 8 years. After 8 years, we'll now count this course. After 8 years, we'll know what will be of the Southwesterners. Since you are supporting a government that has impoverished Nigerians, you are gaslighting people that are speaking out of their rights, for their rights. You are denigrating a race because they are outspoken. They don't support evil. You supported a Tinubu, but the Igbos never supported an Ekwerimadu. They castigated him to the extent that they supported that if he was complicit of that crime, he should go for it. But some persons, they are playing politics. They are wise playing politics. And despite the fact we have only Lagos that has that development. Look at every other state. The supposed development is not there. With all this politics that is being played, with all the positions that is being acquired, with all the monies that is being made in revenue, yet Nigeria has not gotten to any place at all when we talk about the Committee of Nations. They say karma is a bitch. Karma will eventually catch up with a country that wants to stop the sun from shining. Thank you.
There are a lot of things I've been observing since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been appearing in the zoo's court, or in the court of that zoo you call Nigeria. And that has to do with the way the journalists are quizzing him somehow. They are trying to make it appear as if Simon Ekpa is doing what is wrong in the Southeast, or trying to ask, the kind of questions that will indict or incriminate, so to speak, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I do not know how many times has it been made public and clearly stated, even from Simon Ekpa himself, and even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also confirms it. He said it clearly there, severally, that he has no hand whatsoever in what is happening, in the Southeast. And Simon Ekpa too has also said it clearly, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no hand whatsoever in what is happening there in the Southeast. He doesn't even know what is happening at all. So I do not know the kind of nonsensical questions you people are asking. You see, trying to make it look as if what Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing is a crime. We want to let all of you know that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not committing any crime. He's doing what is legitimate. You see, what is in line with international law. Self-defense, self-preservation, or self-protection is never a crime anywhere under any law. I want to see any brilliant human being on earth who would come out and say that self-defense is a crime anywhere. I also listened to one lawyer that was being interviewed. I think I don't know the channel, the TV station, and I think the journalist is Esther or whatever they call her, was trying to make it appear as if, and she was saying that the pictures we are seeing on Simon Ekpa's ex-handle does not. Or is complicating, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's trial. Let me tell you, those journalists, all of you are just foolish people there. In an attempt to keep in one Nigeria, you can sustain any prospects, understand, at frustrating the fair trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under whatsoever guise. We want to let you know, all of you, that the pictures you are seeing on Simon Ekpa's ex-handle does not in any way at all complicate anything for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The pictures there are only showing you, understand, you see, a strong message. It's only telling the world what the Nigerian government is doing to the people of Biafra. That's just all. It's only showcasing that Nigeria is already at war with the people there. How many of you are showing or telling the world how Nigeria is deploying armored tanks to go there to kill our people? Understand? So it's only telling you that in every way at all, understand, we are defending our land, that we are protecting our people, that nobody can, raise any arms against our people and then go scot-free without consequences. I am just so sure when I was listening to that interview that lawyer, I don't know his name, understand, was saying that IPOB never adopted or never adopts, violence in their approach. That they never resort to violence. That those images were seen on the Ekpa's ex-handle do not represent IPOB in any way. You people are damn foolish. When people kidnapped, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you thought that was going to be the end of the whole thing. You thought that was going to be the whole thing. We are telling you people loud and clearly and in full earshot of the world, I've always said it, that there are over 1,000 Mazi Nnamdi Kanus queuing behind somewhere that people don't even know. And also there are over 1,000 Simon Ekpa queuing behind somewhere that none of you knows about. So never you think that you can just pick up one person, understand, and you think you have quelled the struggle. Biafra is a spirit that has possessed everyone. And we just want to let you know, understand, that Simon Ekpa is only defending our land. Is defending our land. In fact, I do not know, as I've always said it, what would have become of our people if the Biafran Liberation Army has not been set up, you see, to defend our people. Now all of you are coming up to say now IPOB, has never adopted violence. These are the same people who are carrying just mere flags. Mere flags on the street of Aba. Just flags, no weapon, nothing, understand? You poured soldiers on them, you killed them as if they are not sons and daughters or children of people, understand? They were carrying mere flags. Peaceful. Formerly you call them terrorists, you proscribe them. An organization that is prevalent in over 50 countries of the world. Only in Nigeria, in connivance with our 14 senators, you proscribed IPOB. You call them all sorts of names. Now it is still the same you people now are now still saying that IPOB was never using any violence approach and whatsoever. You see the kind of country we find ourselves in. You see the kind of people you find out, we are dealing with criminals, hypocrites and whatsoever. Today, that same IPOB now is not violent. They've never adopted any kind of violence approach. And that Simon Ekpa, whatever Simon Ekpa is doing there, all the way from Finland, does not represent, freedom. That it represents crime, not freedom fighting. I think all of you are stark mad. That lawyer or whatever you call yourself, you are very idiotic. I watched, the military officer, I think whether he's the chief of army staff or whatsoever rubbish he is, understand, trying to distinguish or to differentiate between conventional warfare and asymmetric warfare. And he said that what is happening now in the South is what we call asymmetric warfare. That means you have been engaging our people in asymmetric warfare. What if the BLA is not there? Understand? That is how you would have gone there to buy all our people. Harmless, defenseless people, you'd have just finished them like that. You see, and then you expect us to keep quiet. Look, this is 2024. You see, 1964, 1967 is gone and gone forever. This time around, you cannot kill a single soul in the South, any Biafran, and then go without consequences. It can never happen before. It can never happen. You see, IPOB was very peaceful, and you killed thousands of them in Aba. Defenseless people, roll them in the pit, roll them in the gutter, did everything you liked, understand, to the children of people. As a peaceful organization, you killed all of them. You killed many in Aba. You killed many on the streets of Aba. IPOB, under IPOB, a peaceful organization, you killed many of our people at Mpo. All the pictures are there, everything is there. IPOB as a peaceful organization that you also proscribe. You killed many of our people, understand, 28 of them in Nnamdi Kanu's home. In his father's home, in his home. You see, of which if he was captured, perhaps you people would have killed him. You see, under IPOB, understand, a peaceful agitating or group, understand, you killed thousands in Enugu. You killed them a lot also in Ebonyi State. You see, under IPOB as a very peaceful organization, we murdered thousands of our people. We murdered thousands of our people. You see, but we are telling all of you, none of you is going to go scot-free. We are making it clearly. None of you will go scot-free because those who were killed under whatsoever guise, understand, both those who were sponsored to kill our people and those who sponsored, those who killed our people are all going to pay the price. Nothing is going to go scot-free. I am just very sure that we are all talking about calling IPOB now a very peaceful organization. You see, when all of you connived and kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you never knew and that people are there. You see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Mazi Simon Ekpa has emerged, understand, and he is fighting it in his own way. What he is doing is what we call self-defense. If you are thinking of extraditing Mazi Simon Ekpa, I'm telling you, go to Finland, put all your military agencies, put them at work. You think Mazi Simon Ekpa is a fool? He is well grounded. He is a politician. You see, a sophisticated one in Finland. He is a lawyer. He is also a military officer. He knows deep down. He is not foolish. He knows what he's doing. So don't you think you can just go there and do whatever you think? No, it's not going to work in any way at all. We are telling you clearly, it's not going to work. We are going to make sure by the grace of God, we make our people living in the grave, understand, to be very proud and happy so that their souls can find rest. Their souls can find rest. You see, I do not know what is the crime there. I want to see any brilliant human being that can come out and say that self-preservation, that self-defense is a crime under any law. Mazi Simon Ekpa is defending our people. He has not committed any crime. There is nothing like any crime. You people are the criminals who are going there, taking your machineries, your guns and everything, going there to kill our people. And we are merely defending ourselves. What you see there on Simon Ekpa's handle is just to show the world what is happening to our people and how we are defending ourselves. How is self-defense a crime? How is it a crime under any law? Your court has acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for a very long time and you are still incarcerating him. Even if you get hold of Mazi Simon Ekpa, I am telling you there are thousands and thousands of Simon Ekpa out there. And there are thousands of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out there. And everybody has their own way of fighting this battle. And we are going to achieve Biafra, whether you like it or not.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.